good. So good. I'm just heading to uni right now. I'm already a bit late, but then I remembered that I need to actually pick up my ID. I just walked past the bakery. It looks so good. So good. I'm gonna go back. I just want to know what's up. Like, I'm just... Yeah, it's not what I'm looking for. It's not what I'm looking for. It's very much like Danish pastry, which is alright, don't get me wrong. You've got Fortitude. That place is a shout, like 100%. But no, it's not what I'm paid in. But it's not really nice in there.
Okay, so if you know me, it wouldn't be a surprise that I ended up taking a side quest to a bakery on the way to my lecture. This bakery was like super cute. Definitely recommend checking it out. That bakery was looking like that bakery. Like, got ꞉ᴜ, and don't get me wrong, I get my pieces from ꞉ᴜ, but like, is it ꞉ᴜstein or ꞉ᴜstein? I know is it from Denmark? Let's not butcher things. And so this place was given like real traditional, like them type bakeries that like know how to make bread. And if you know how to make bread, man, you're a certified bakery. Like, you're 100% like your real bakery. You're bakerified. I'm looking for that kind of Parisian type, like that Italian type. Like, I'm trying to look for that kind of bakery. So put me on if you find one. Let's get back in the video.
Anyway, so heading back to my lecture. I never properly like intro this video at the start, but I have got a class of Kings, my 1 hour class, and then I've got a class back at SOAS for 2 hours. So it's gonna be fun. I'll see a couple of my friends, but I'm thinking of just doing this class online, obviously because I've missed a bit of it, and secondly because I don't know, I've just been figuring that like I really can't concentrate as much in there, and also I just don't like the lecture theatre vibe. I want to get one of these journals. The only thing I don't really like about it is it's actually like a proper journal. It's dated and stuff. Well, it's not dated, but it's got structure to it. I just need a notepad. How much is it? The prices are right here, right? Okay, maybe not for all of them. It's the same thing. It's probably a cheaper version. It's 15.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good job. Hi, I'm having an issue with my ID. Basically, I can't access like most of the places. I'm a intercollegiate student, so I'm studying a law module here. Thank you so much. Really appreciate that.
This shortage of mobilization, social mobilization around the world in South Africa. So those were achievements, right? I'll give an example. Tanzanian government and former president who died, probably from COVID, I even don't know the acknowledge that, rights campaigning and eventually vindication. That government was really an oppressive government. And the Law Society found itself.
So whilst we're here, let me give you guys a bit of a life update. Honestly, so much has happened in term one. Like, it's been real. It really has been third yearing. Life update regarding uni, more like uni update to be honest, because so much has been going on. But this was towards the start of the term, so I don't think at this time I had like changed a lot of my modules. I just came out of my module class, my lecture for legal systems of Africa and Asia. So at SOAS we do legal systems of Africa and Asia instead of jurisprudence. You're probably thinking, why are you at jurisprudence, Halima, at King's? Well, that's why, because I said, you know what, SOAS don't give us jurisprudence, let me go take jurisprudence jurisprudence at another university. One of my main interests in law lies within jurisprudence. And when I was applying to university, it's literally the opening statement of my personal statement. Let's see if we can find it, guys. It's gonna give Barack Obama. I knew, like, literally after taking my gap year, after doing politics A level, that like the main reason, like some of my main interests in law is like the problems and understanding, like the actual creation of it. Okay, I found it, guys. 9 whole drafts. Crazy. I see law as a medium for justice and an anchor for change, yet most compelling is its infusion of political passion and philosophical prompt. But anyway, so that was my opening statement, literally 1 line, and it pretty much summarized me. One of my eye-opening moments of like engagement with law and like most interesting lectures is actually this lecture by Mike Sandel.
In the next few days, we will begin to examine one of the most influential versions of consequentialist moral theory. And that's the philosophy of utilitarianism.
Crazy lecture on justice and using utilitarianist principles to sort of highlight the complications with the law through a taught law example. So yeah, I'm enjoying jurisprudence. Before that, I was meant to go to my jurisprudence lecture before the legal systems of Africa and Asia lecture, but this was at the time where my commuting situation, we are still getting into how to commute. Like, how do you commute? I just watched it online anyways. I did say also in the video, I feel more comfortable just watching online because the spacing in the lecture theatre, it's a really nice lecture theatre, but the spacing is just so weird. No tables, not like SOAS. Like, take me back home. This legal systems in Africa and Asia lecture was in particular on South Africa and the South Africa struggle. So if you studied A-level history and did South Africa, you might would have enjoyed it. It was my favorite because of those reasons, because I had like a lot of insight into it. Like, I had a bit of an opinion on it, and the lecture was just TT. Like, module convener, she was TT. I ended up actually doing one of my first assignments on that very topic on South Africa. I got another assignment and I was very much feeling like doing South Africa again, but I don't want problems because we were kind of advised not to do South Africa, especially at depth, because we've already studied it. So I feel like that would be pushing it. I'm going to stick to Nigeria, and I actually finally used the opportunity, being a Nigerian, to do an essay on Nigeria. The essay was pretty much on legal activism and the use of law to emancipate or repress, and talking about the roles of lawyers at the contemporary time period in which the struggle was happening, the struggle for political rights, the role of judges, and thus the role of law. So it was a really interesting essay. The second alternative option was more on like legal positivism and how that framework at that time might be restrictive. Sorry if these words are just like Halima English. I'm just gonna yap because I actually found this interesting. So yeah, it was more focused on positivism, something that I studied in jurisprudence, and I found that interesting, but I was like, I don't really want to do that question. It seemed a bit basic, so I focused my question more on South Africa and the struggle for lawyers, the dynamic, and then also the issue that is facing today in terms of emancipation and whether, you know, a constitution is the truest framework of them receiving full emancipation. That's one of the biggest debates within South Africa, and just understanding like post-colonial situations, the sort of experiences of once held colonies is imposing a Western framework like a constitution. Has that regressed them? Has that slowed them down in terms of progress? Has that complicated their situations? And that's also what I'm going to talk about a bit in my second essay, which is going to be on, guys, what's the second essay going to be on? I was literally just researching it and I've started the plan. It is on, couldn't tell you. Second assignment, which I will find now because I literally had started my plan yesterday because I'm trying to be organized and it's due in January and I'm not trying to stress myself out and I've got a dissertation to correct. I cry. Second question is, the post-colonial organization of constitutional systems in Asia and Africa have profoundly impacted the protection of democracy. Discuss by developing a case study on the relationship between law, colonialism, oppression, and or emancipation. Which I was like, and or, interesting. Maybe I should take out, but yeah, in any one Asia or African country of your choice. And you probably noticed a trend that's always like, oh yeah, pick one Asian and African country of your choice. Like, pick the global south, pick anyone. So yeah, mine is very much going to be on Nigeria. Listen, if you want to go and take Nigeria, you're not going to take my points. Anyway, so yeah, that's a bit of a life update. I also changed a couple of my modules. You probably would have heard in like my shorts videos. So I changed into criminal justice, race and rights. Super interesting course. I've just finished it. Guys, the last lecture, wow. I don't know why they didn't put it earlier, but I know why they didn't put it earlier. But wow, he's a great lecturer. Like, definitely my favorite lecturer of all time since being at SOAS. And it wasn't even a lecture, it was a seminar. And then my other module that I switched into, advanced comparative administrative law, ACAL. It's so hard to say, which is just basically public law but with a comparative feel. But there's an assignment that's coming up for that, and remember, December, that's when we are in, and that's stressing me out right now. What else? Dissertation, guys, I'll give you an update about that at some point. I'm taking jurisprudence, legal systems of Africa and Asia, my dissertation, advanced comparative administrative law, and then criminal justice, race and rights. I hope I didn't repeat any of them. So 5 modules, and then next term I'm going to only be taking 3. Nothing new, I don't think so. Just my dissertation, advanced comparative administrative law, and continuing with jurisprudence. But also an update, like my jurisprudence like kind of group is changing, so we get to specialize for jurisprudence. Mine is going to be on multiculturalism, race and rights, that related thing. I probably mentioned in another video about how SOAS cancelled this course that is literally linked to what I want to do my dissertation on, but guess what? Kings came in to save the day. So yeah, I'm doing that module with my previous tutorial lead for the foundational jurisprudence sort of elements. So it's super cool. She's so interesting. Love her so much. So yeah, that's a massive life update, guys. But let's get back. Oh my god. Wow. Let's get to the library.
Hey lovelies, so it is currently just past 6 and I just left Senate House Library. I've had like a day of classes. What did I have today? I just had public international law. I had my intro lecture to that, and like I'm feeling a bit meh about it, but we'll talk about that in another video. So anyways, this is going to be part of a separate video where I'm going to do quite a lot of like back to school shopping and essentials that I need to get. I've recently realized that I need to just get into the mode of using notebooks for writing notes, and especially for this one class. Apparently there's no notes, no lecture slides, no recordings, none of that stuff. So I'm gonna have to like literally write down my notes. So that's obviously a plus. I was gonna get a notebook anyways, for my own personal sake, but this class is even more essential. So I'm just going to pop to Waterstones to get this notebook that I want to get, and I've been eyeing on. I've been wanting to get like ones that say law, and there's this brand, before I come into university I knew of it and I wanted to get that one, but it seems like they've discontinued it. So I probably would want to, you know, have it in that similar format, to be honest. But anyways, I'm going to Waterstones, quickly pick up this stuff. Apparently the Piccadilly store has the most of the books that I'm looking for, so yeah, hopefully I find what I need. And I've got a list, you guys would have seen it in the clip before. I've got a list of all of the stuff that I need, like the notebooks that I need, and in what colours do I need it for what module. They're kind of pricey, but good, really good quality. So yeah, worth the investment, especially like after my degree and I finish like studying. If I ever want to look back on notes, it'll be really useful. So yeah, let's get that done. How did I forget Lovely? I'm not gonna go Piccadilly first. I'm gonna go to Oxford Street first because I've been meaning to get a coat, because Oxford Street is literally right next to me, and then I'll go Piccadilly. So bright, it's just a bit too bright, and the structure, I can never justify this amount, and it doesn't even compliment me, it just really doesn't. Like, it matches his fit, don't get me wrong. You could always bet on like a darker colour. I don't know, I really like it. I do. These notebooks, the name of the brand is 𝘀ecie𝗰𝗶𝗹𝘀. It's like a sustainability notebook. They come in several colours.
These are all the notebooks that we have.
Okay. Oh, I see it.
Yeah?
Thank you so much. Perfect.
Thank you so much.
Lemonade, please.
Lads, you cannot believe it, but they literally just opened the same place on Russell Square. Guys, I'm in trouble. I'm in trouble. Our project is so far. Artist is so far. Toast is 꽌. At the start of this term, I actually went toast with my friend. We were walking for half an hour. Holborn's literally around the corner as well. But it was like, Holborn. Take my money. I love a good salad. Listen, they know how to chef it up. Oh my god, I'm looking at my emails. Sorry, my emails start to stress me. When I get like a new email, sometimes I get stressed. Oh, slides now available. Oh, that's so sweet. My fudge. My dissertation group thingy. They're going to complain or whatever it is. Oh, I'm not gonna go into that, but so yeah, what was I even talking about, guys? Let's go home because it's been a long day.
Boy, this is going to be a great meal. This is going to be a great meal. Heading home, need to quickly catch my train, get out of Piccadilly. I stayed out a bit longer than expected, but this happens, life happens. Realest lemonade I've tasted in my life.